have to get yourself on there too.
Okay.
Well, thank you all for coming. Today, I would like to demonstrate to you how to save someone's life. I'm certified in CPR and first aid, and I'm also certified to train others to become certified in CPR and first aid. Through the American Red Cross is where all this information comes from, and with this, you could potentially save someone's life. CPR is an emergency life-saving procedure that all medical professionals know, but you can perform this without any prior medical knowledge. CPR is a process that you perform when someone's heart stops and they stop breathing. You are engaged to pump the blood throughout their body and put oxygen into their lungs when they can't do it themselves. And this is obviously essential because the body needs oxygen and blood flow to survive, especially the brain. So we do this through giving compressions on the chest and giving breaths through the person's mouth. So what is CPR? Well, CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Cardio meaning heart, pulmonary referring to the lungs, and resuscitating is to bring someone back from the brink of death. If an individual is not breathing, I want you to assume two things: that their lungs are not working and their heart is not working. It is possible for their heart to be beating if someone's not breathing, but it won't be for long. If someone's heart and lungs are not working, then you need to act as the heart and lungs for them. We need to get oxygen to their lungs because their lungs are not breathing. We also need to pump their blood throughout their body because their heart's not doing it themselves. This essentially keeps the body operating as normally as possible with the help of outside influence. So, if you come across someone who is unconscious, you will survey the scene. I have my friend Manny to help me demonstrate. Say hello. So the first thing you do is survey the scene to make sure the scene is safe. If there's any danger going on, you want to stay away and just call 911. But survey the scene and come check on the person to see if they're all right. One step to CPR that isn't directly involved in the action of performing CPR is calling 911. This is extremely important because as well as you could do CPR, it won't typically bring someone back. It is possible, you may see in the movies, that someone does CPR, person takes a gasp of air and thanks that person for saving their life. But this is not the norm. So calling 911, getting them there with an AED and other medical interventions, ultimately will bring the person back. Also, an AED device will deliver the electrical shock needed to get the heart restarted. So once 911 has been called, check to see if the person is breathing. And we do that by getting very close to the person's face, like so. We're going to listen for breath, we're going to try to feel their breath, and we're going to watch their chest to see if it rises. So we're going to look, listen, and feel. This assures that you're checking every way possible to see if that person is breathing. So if you've discovered that this person's not breathing, the first thing that you'll perform is chest compressions. To do this, you are going to adjust your body at a good distance from the individual. Place your hands, the palm, in the center of the chest. It's extremely important. You don't want to be too low to break the wrong bones. You want to be right in the middle. You're going to interlace your fingers through your hand that's on their chest, and you're going to rise your shoulders directly over the chest. This is going to allow your body weight to push down on the chest instead of using your muscles, which will tire you out a lot faster. And this is a very rigorous exercise. And we're going to adjust our knees so we can get our weight right over, and we're going to give 30 compressions to the chest, like so. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You want to compress at a depth of 2 inches, and we want to allow the chest to completely recoil. You want to allow the heart to fill back up with blood, so every time you press, you'll pump that blood throughout the body. After getting 30 compressions, we're going to give 2 breaths to put oxygen into the victim's lungs. And in this case, I'm going to use a mask. So with this mask, we're going to create a tight seal around the person's mouth and nose. This prevents any air that I give him from escaping out the side, and it will only fill his lungs. So to do this, we're going to press down the mask on this person's face. It's nice and soft, so it shouldn't hurt them. And we're going to tilt the chin back. This opens the airway and allows your breath to go in more easily. We're going to get down, and we're going to watch this person's chest as we give this breath. And you're going to give 2 normal breaths. Don't inhale more than you normally would, or exhale more than you normally would. This person may be smaller than you, their lung capacity might not be as large. So be assured to not give any extra effort in doing this. We're going to then go back to our chest compressions, give 30, and then back to our breaths and give 2. 30 and 2, back and forth. We're going to keep this process up until EMTs arrive and relieve us and take over. This is why it's so important to call 911, because you'll be doing CPR until you drop if you don't call 911. So, remember these things. Calling 911 is essential for the ultimate resuscitation of your victim. But without the use of CPR, compressions to pump the blood and breaths to give them oxygen, the EMTs that come won't have someone to resuscitate. CPR can save someone's life by getting the oxygen to the brain and the body when that person's incapable of doing it themselves. So if you want to be able to save someone's life in a time of need, attend a CPR class, become certified. Someone may be very grateful that you did.